Okay, good evening. Welcome to
Math for Kids number 135.
Math for Kids number 135. Today we're going to talk about the number of ways to get a 3 of a kind in poker. So, if you deal out a 5-card hand in poker with our cards, now we've been lucky before. Let's see what we get today. Oh, didn't work, so I'll have to manufacture a 3 of a kind. Let's do it with 4s. Okay, so a 3 of a kind means you get 3 4s, or three of any particular card, and then 2 cards that don't match each other or your 3 of a kind cards, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we did a few of these with how to get a pair. So now we're just going to figure out the number of ways that you can get a 3 of a kind. Okay. So what's the first thing you have to do to get a 3 of a kind? What do you have to choose first?
Which cards to be a 3 of a kind.
Okay, which cards to be your 3 of a kind? How many choices do you have for those?
There's 13 cards to choose from.
Okay, you have 13 cards to choose from because you can choose aces up through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, King, Queen, right? So you have 13 choices. Now once you've chosen your suit, you have to pick 3 out of the 4 cards. So how many different ways can you pick 3 out of the 4 cards?
You can leave this one out.
Right.
And leave this one out.
Yeah.
And this one and this one.
Okay, so how many different pairs?
There's
3
4.
of them. There's 4.
4.
And that's exactly, good job. That's exactly the right way to think about it. If you're going to pick 3 cards, it's the same as leaving one out. So one set of 3 is clubs, hearts, spades. Another set of 3 is diamonds, hearts, spades. Another set of 3 is diamonds, clubs, spades. And another set of 3 is diamonds, clubs, hearts. Right? Okay, so there's 4 ways to do that. So there's 13 ways to pick your set of 3. There's 13 ways to pick the kind of card that you're going to pick for your set of 3, right? Then there's 4 ways to pick the set of 3. Now we just have to pick 2 more cards. So we have to pick 2 cards that don't match. So how many choices of the kind of card do I have for the first card that doesn't match anybody?
Like the suit?
No, not the suit, just the type of card. An ace, 2, 3, 4. I have 12.
And you have 11 for the next one.
And then I have 11 for the next one. And you know the problem with this, why this overcounts? Do you remember why this overcounts, 12 times 11?
No.
Okay. This overcounts because picking the jack for the 12 and the 10 for the 11 is the same as picking the 10 for out of the 12 choices and the jack out of the 11 choices. So I just have to divide by 2 here because I counted 10 jack and jack 10 as being different, right? So far we have 13 times 4 times 12 times 11 divided by 2, and we're not quite done yet. Because when I pick the jack, how many different ways can I pick a jack?
You can pick 4 ways.
4 ways.
And 4 ways for 10.
Times 4 times 4. So here's what we have to figure out. So it's really this. It's actually not that difficult, right? There's 13 ways to pick the type of card you're going to have. In this case, we picked 4s. Once you pick the type of card you're going to have, there's 4 different ways to pick a set of 3. After that, there's 12 times 11 divided by 2 ways to pick the next 2 cards. And then for each one of those cards you pick, you got 4 choices. So we have to compute 13 times 4. Let's write it out. 13 times 4 times 12 times 11 divided by 2 times 4 times 4. Okay, so we can simplify this a little bit, right? And we can divide the 2 into one of the 4s. So I can do 13 times 2 times 12 times 11 times 16, right?
Yep.
Okay. So what is 13 times 2?
26.
What is 26 times 12?
Is 312.
What is 312 times 11?
3,432.
Okay, and finally, on your calculator. What is 3,000, whatever that was, sorry, I didn't hear you, times 16?
54,912.
54,912, okay. So that's the number of ways that you can get, the number of different ways you can get a 3 of a kind.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, good job, sweetie, good job.